Welcome back to If I Can, You Can, where if I can do it, you can do it too. My name is Emmanuel, and today we'll be tackling the big question of should you buy a fixer-upper or a move-in ready property? Now, if you like this content, please like and subscribe below or click the notification icon. And if you want to hear more about this or have feedback, I'd like to hear it down in the comments below. But let's jump into it. Now, the decision is very critical for investors because it depends on your investment style. Do you want to be someone that can move in there and just quickly turn around and put a tenant in? Or do you want to do something more, maybe do a value add to it? But first, let's go into the pros and cons of a fixer-upper. Number one is going to be, it's going to be a lower price. And typically, you're going to have somebody who has deferred maintenance or has a dated house and they don't want to spend the money or time to go fix it. So they're going to probably sell it to you at a lower cost than a brand new home. And that gives you, to number two, a higher potential for bigger ROI. If you go in there and fix it up for a set amount, it may be worth more than that coming out the back end and have a higher after repair value. Now, the third good thing about this is you can customize it. You can make it how you want. You can look at your market and then put that in the house in the best situation for those tenants that want to be in that house and in that market. Now, the cons are going to be, it's going to be labor intensive. It's going to take some money up front to do those repairs, so you have to have the funds to do that. It's also going to take some time to do that too. I mean, you can't just snap your fingers and make repairs happen. It typically takes a while for the contractors to get in and select the material that you want to use for the countertops or the flooring or the paint on the wall. That all takes time and it all takes money too. Now, the third con of this too is the complexity of the work. You can open some things up just like any other repair, and it can be more labor intensive, more costly than you initially thought out. So there's hidden dangers that live in fix and flips too when you get into that area. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of a move-in ready home. Some of the pros are that you can move in someone right away. Because everything is ready to go, all you have to do is list the house or the property and then start screening for tenants and taking applications. The second one is there's less upfront risk and less upfront capital. Unlike the fixer-upper house, you need to put money in for the down payment and the renovation and take some time. That comes with inherent risk too, so with the move-in ready house, you can just kind of negate all those risks. There are some, but they're just minimized. And the third one is you have a bigger pool of people that you can look at. If it's already renovated, then people want to be in the nicer house and they probably made it for that market anyway, so you have a larger pool of tenants that could apply to it. Now, for the cons, you're going to have a higher upfront cost because somebody put in the labor for that renovation and they're going to want to get paid the premium. They didn't do the work for free. They need to get paid the amount that they put in for the labor and the risk that they took. So it's going to cost you a little bit more. Now, at the same time, there's going to be less ability for appreciation, where the builder who bought it and renovated and put it turnkey, they took all the upfront costs and they did a forced value add into it. They took that ability away from anyone who buys it as a move-in ready property. So you're just gonna have to wait for natural appreciation to make the house and the property cost or was it more valuable throughout time. And then the last one is that with this, you're not going to be able to customize. There's going to be less options. When you come in, what the builder made it to be is what it's going to be. And you don't want to do the work. That's why you're buying a move-in ready property. So customization kind of goes out the window. Now, some key considerations you want to take into account when looking at both of these options are, what's your investment strategy? Are you looking to flip something or are you looking for a long-term rental? That will be a factor into what you go after. Also, how much capital do you have? How much money do you have to bring to the table? Because if you overrun on your renovations, it can cost you a lot of money. If you only have a small amount of money to put in that's maybe just enough for a down payment, maybe a fixer-upper isn't your option. Maybe a move-in ready property is. Also, the length of time that you have to commit to the project too. If you're investing out of state and you don't have time to go there and manage it, and you don't want to deal with managing a contractor doing repairs out of state that you can't see them every day, that might not be what you want either. Now, there's higher potential for making more money on it, but it may not be what's right for you. And the last thing is the market conditions. You have to look what the market condition is where you're investing at, because that will dictate what you should or shouldn't do also. Now, for me, I like to do the fixer-upper properties because I like to have the value added there. And it's very satisfying that I'm able to go link up with the contractors, customize it to what I want. The before and after is greatly satisfying to me and what I like to do. And then afterward, I can see that I made a ton of money in equity on a property. I really like that. And then I know that I have potential to take that and move it on to another property if I refinance or if I sell the property. That's kind of what I like to do because I've done that before. I've taken a property that was $235,000. I put about $70,000 into rehab. So all in, it's about $305,000 for the loan and what I have against the property, but now it's worth $450,000. And I like seeing that much money as an equity coming back to me and the business. Now, you got to remember the key takeaways here are either one of these can work. They both function in the market and depending on what you want to do. But that's what's important. It depends on what you can do and what you can manage. So it's all depending on what fits right for you and what fits right for the market. Well, that's all I have for today. As always, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, hit the notification icon, or if you want me to go more in depth or you have any add-ons, please leave in the comments below. But that's all I have. See you in the next one.